Okay, welcome everybody. Kind of have a feeling we're going to have some new viewers on this one because we're kind of busting out of our shell here. So I am the Ruckus Crawler, aka the Rolling Stoner. This channel's more known for our RC rock crawling and, a little bit of full-size 4x4ing, but today we are doing something a little bit different. Well, you can see in front of me here, hidden behind all these lovely DVDs, we have our 85 Toyota Proline Lexan body on our base camp. And after I got that body, I was doing a little research because I wanted to go all out with this build, and I was like, well, what kind of interior can you put in this body? And I was doing a little bit of research, like I say, and apparently the Axial Wraith comes with a full interior that so happens to fit this bad boy. So again, doing a little looking around online, I was finding some stuff. A friend of mine does actually have a Wraith, did say he has a spare interior around. We haven't been able to meet up for a super long time, so I still haven't actually got my hands on it, but as you can see here, we have Evil Dead. Yeah. Army of Darkness. Oh yeah. Evil Dead 2. And just for good measure, my little Boba Hotep DVD there, because I'm a huge Bruce Campbell fan and I'm a big Evil Dead fan. So, although we don't have the interior in there yet, what we do have, boom, is this Evil Dead 2 Ash action figure, which is going to fit as a driver in this rig. So, pretty stoked on this little unboxing. So we'll do an unboxing here. It's from NECA or NECA, I'm not too sure. I'm not too knowledgeable when it comes to the toy side of things, but this is the box it came in, and it's pretty cool. I mean, you got the classic Evil Dead 2 cover there, which, is just classic. You got the cabin on the side, which again is just so iconic. And then, would you look at these photos that they took of this thing? Like, when I saw these photos online, I mean, even if I wasn't going to put this in an RC truck, I'm just, like, as you can see, I'm a huge Evil Dead fan. I was like, this is a must-have. So, I mean, yeah, wow. Here, let's start with here. Like, the photos they use are so hyper-real. So we're getting some glare, but, like, I mean, wow. That's just such a cool photo. And then this is the packaging. So you get your Ash figure, and it's Evil Dead 2, and it's midway through the movie after he lost his arm, so he's got like all kinds of blood and bio and stuff just all over him. You can see it comes with the evil Ash head, his decapitated girlfriend, his severed hand, an evil hand arm, and then just a normal hand too, which I'm guessing you can replace the stub with. And then on top of that, you actually get the Necronomicon, the tape recorder, an axe, and a double barrel shotgun. So I mean, not only are we getting a driver for the base camp, I'm gonna try and use Evil Ash and his deadite girlfriend head and put those in the Capra. So I mean, that would be pretty funny if I was out rolling both of those, have the base camp up front, and it's like Ash is trying to get away from Evil Ash and his deadite girlfriend. So I mean, this is the packaging. This is some rambling. Let's open her up and see what we got inside. Yeah, too cool. So I'm not going to mention where I got this from. If you do some looking around online, they're out there. The company I chose to use surprisingly said that it would be delivered within a week. I was like, wow, that's cool. It took a month and a half to get here. Like, holy. I emailed them. I never heard nothing back. The tracking wasn't being updated, and then yesterday I just got a knock on the door, and it was the post office, and they were like, here's your package, see ya, bye. And I was like, oh damn, I wasn't expecting that, but I'm fucking super stoked to get it, because I was honestly starting to think we might have been done ripped off by some online company. But we did get it. It just took forever. So yeah, let's start off with the part. Ash is tied in there, so let's start off. Let's get this little decapitated head out of there. So here's his girlfriend. Like, oh my god. Can we get it to zoom in? Or to focus? Like, that's just too cool. I'm sorry, I guess I can't focus in too much here with the front-facing camera. Look at that, it's got the gore from where her head was lopped off and everything. So, very cool detail. I mean, it feels awesome. It's definitely a solid piece. The little details, like, you can see, like, all the lines of her hairs. You can see, like, the splatter on the side of her face and the blood dripping out of her mouth, and yeah, that is too cool. So if I can't, like, if I don't want to super glue this to the capper, I mean, we'll figure something else. Another idea I had is to actually just hook it to some wire or something and figure a way to suspend it so, like, you know, when I'm driving down the road, it's like the head's chasing the truck. I don't know, that might be something for like a special Halloween video or something. So let's carry on here. Yeah, well, the packaging's really good. Like these heads and pieces and everything are in here pretty good. So here's the evil ash head. And again, oh my god, the detail on these things are insane. I'm sorry I don't have a proper camera for doing these kind of reviews. It's the first time I've ever done a review like this. So, I mean, this one, it doesn't have the gore on the bottom because you can put it on the character. So you can have yourself an evil Ash, or you can have yourself the human, the normal Ash. And I mean, that's just cool. There's just so much little blood and bruises and just straight up nastiness. And he's evil as fuck looking. Pardon my language. So that's pretty cool. Not only do you get the action figure, but a couple extra little bits and pieces to go with it. And boom, yeah, there's nothing to attach this to. This is Ash's severed hand. This is Ash's severed little deadite hand. And damn, again, I'm sorry, my camera's not the greatest to show small details, but like there's, yeah, scabs and sores on the bottom of the hand. There's like scabs and sores, skin missing on the top. There's the gore and the bone and cartilage and everything sticking through. And his little claws are... So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't know where we're going to put this. Maybe, you know, I could put it on like the dash of the Capra. So it's like the evil heads and the evil hand are all in there coming at ya. So... get on to the next one here. This is the arm with the evil hand attached to it. So pretty similar as the other one, not quite as gory, but I mean this is supposed to be in the movie right after he gets infected, if you want to call it an infection. Right after the evil gets inside of him and it takes his head. "Give me back my hand," he says, as he chops it off with a chainsaw. So that's too cool. So many options to play around with this thing. Oh my god, I lost it. Ooh, that's going to be an easy one to lose. And then just like as we have sitting right here in front of us, with the special edition DVDs, we got ourselves a little mini Necronomicon. And it's pretty good too. It's pretty good too. I mean, I know all the little details probably aren't going to show up on the camera, but I'm sure you can see how there's lots of textures and lines and stuff on there. And I mean, this thing is detailed. It kind of actually reminds me more of the book from Army of Darkness. You know, when he goes to the pillar and he has to say the words and he goes to touch it and it bites him. It's right there. You can see the little teeth. I mean, I guess you can't really see it on there, but trust me, there's a little teeth on there. Be careful grabbing this book. If you don't say the right words, it might take a chunk out of you. And of course, the thing that just starts the whole franchise. I mean, if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't have any Evil Dead movies of the tape recorder. Yeah, and wow, this thing actually probably has the most details on it. Like, it's supposed to be like one of those old school suitcases, so it doesn't have the lid on it, but you can see where it has, like, the little rivets where it would, like, sit on. It's got, like, a speaker and a part where you put batteries in it on the back. I mean, you got a little handle on there, and then the spools. I mean, they don't move or nothing, but those are spools with tape. You got the switches. Like, this is a very highly detailed, accurate little tape recorder. Even the vents on the side and stuff. Like, this is actually cooler than I thought. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't like, I don't want a tape recorder. But when I saw it, I was like, well, that's cool, but I mean, do you really care about having a tape recorder? And now that I have it in person, I mean, yeah, that's super cool. That is super cool. I mean, the detail on that is insane. So we're going to have to try and figure something out to use that as well. And then, yeah, let's get these other little accessories out of here. So, there's some cuts and some blood. But this is Ash's normal hand. So, yeah, there's a hole, no gore. There's a hole where you can plug it in. So this, you know, this is his hand before it got corrupted by the evil. So, it ain't dead yet. This is supposed to be a living hand, a living severed hand that you can place on the body. So that's cool. I like how you actually have your options. You can full on do an evil Ash, or you can full on do a corrupted Ash, or you could do the midway, the Ash that's still human but with the evil hands. So I mean, that's really cool. Like I'm so stoked on this thing. I knew I would be, because I mean, I'm a YouTuber. I watch other YouTubers. I already watched some reviews, and boom, the boomstick, the double barrel shotgun. So this is technically pre-boomstick. This is just the double barrel shotgun, but I mean, frickin' eh? The details on there are pretty cool. So we got ourselves a 10 scale double barrel shotgun, which we'll see what I do with it. We might leave it like this, or I might just straight up hack it down and turn it into the boomstick. I don't know. Because again, like all this stuff, when I get the interior in this truck, I mean, put the gun on the dash, like put the recorder in between the seats. Like, I definitely want to put all of these accessories in there, and boom, our 10 scale axe. And look at that. I don't know, again, sorry y'all, if it's going to show up on the camera very well, but yeah, we got green gory blood on the axe. So this is a pre-use axe. He already used it to mangle some of his friends that were unfortunate enough to succumb to the evil. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one too. I remember when I was younger watching that movie. It's been like over 10 years since I've actually done a count, but I think there was like 7 or 8 different colors of blood in that movie, from like, you know, red, pink, black, green, brown. Like, it was, I remember counting it all when I was watching the movie when I was younger, and then that's where you get Ashley here, and he just, the character kind of, you know, it's all plastic. There's no actual like cloth or anything on his clothes. But you can just see here, if we get it out of the package, damn, he's tied in there good. Let's get my little pocket knife out of here. There we go. Sorry, Ash, I'm trying to manhandle you too much here. But yeah, wow, now that I got it in my hands too, like, this is a good quality action figure. Oh my god. And his face, I mean, he looks more Okay, alright, sorry about that. I am still pretty amateur here. I don't actually have a proper camera. I use my phone. My phone ran out of storage and it cut that video off. But yeah, I was already kind of holding him up. There he is, Ashley, in all of his glory out of the box. And yeah, like I was saying, his face looks a little more concerned. Where in the pictures, it looked really scared, which I thought was too funny, because if you've seen my crawling videos, you know I drive like a bloody maniac. So I just thought that would be too funny, having a terrified Ash doll driving it. And I mean, even looking concerned and all beat up and bloody, like, wow, it's gonna suit my driving for sure. It's gonna crack me up. It's gonna be hard to take it seriously, but yeah, so you can see this is like the midway point in the movie. Like, his clothes look wet. They look like he's been saturated in gore. And there's no blood or nothing, but you know what I mean? Like, he's a sweaty, greasy guy who's been surviving and trying to fight for his life for who knows. I mean, the second movie, so he already survived the first night and we're getting into the second night. So I mean, yeah, let's get into, if you can see, there's blood, there's like a little dry bit. His face, I mean, has all the cuts and blood, like literally right out of the movie. Like, they did such a good job. His hands got some blood and stuff on there. And even his pants, like the texture of the jeans actually look like jeans, and then at the bottom here it's all ripped up, because remember when, I think, who was it, one of them reached out from the basement and like and scraped down his leg. You got all of that right here, and then look at that too, it articulates. I was nervous about that. So I mean, hopefully when I get the interior for this truck, I don't have to cut this character up or rip any limbs off or anything. I'm really hoping I can fit him in there, driving the truck as is, legs intact and all. I mean, we'll have to mech around. We're definitely going to take the stub out and put his hand back on, because, you know, you need 2 wheels to be driving a truck with a dual transfer case and 4 shifters and all that jazz. But yeah, so this was quite the ramble, little unboxing video of the Ash Evil Dead 2 figure. So if you're interested in this, I mean, whether you're using it for an RC driver, whether you're using it just for a collection, I mean, I'd say get it. I don't have a stand or nothing to put him on. He does have holes in his feet, so if you do have any kind of display stand or want to get a display stand, that won't be an issue. But yeah, wow. So this is my unboxing. you call it a review. My review would be, if you want one, get one. I mean, there's a lot of different ones out there. I'm not gonna lie, I saw, I couldn't find it, but I did see an Army of Darkness one where he actually had like his leather kind of harness. You know, when he has the chainsaw and he fires it up with one hand. He had that little hook thing on there. You get the pole chain and like, it would have been cool to have all that on here too. But to be honest, Evil Dead 2 is my favorite movie of the franchise. The first one was the scary one. That one fucking scared the shit out of me and was really good. But then the second one had that mix of horror, humor, and psychological horror as well, mixed in with just everything. And that movie, I found, just came together and just a literal bloody masterpiece. So, like I say, even if I didn't have an RC to put them in, I would just be super stoked to put this up on my display case. As you can see behind me, I got little Hot Wheels and all kinds of dorky stuff around my place. So, I mean, this is a very, very happy addition to all the dorky shit I own. So, yeah, I mean, what can I say? Do a little searching out there. Depending on where you are, you might be able to find somewhere that's a bit closer. The website I used said it was in America, and then when I ordered it, it actually came from Rome, of all places. So, I mean, they make some pretty good old horror movies out there, too, in the old Italy. So, it was kind of a cool place for it to come from, to be honest. Fuck, I can't remember his name offhand, but he did all the special effects for the Ramirez Dawn of the Dead, which is like my other favorite movie. So, I don't know. Now I'm just rambling about other shit that doesn't have anything to do with this. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Unfortunately, I can't put it in the truck and show you all because I don't have the interior yet, so stay tuned for that one in the future. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get my hands on an interior, because now that I've got my driver, I really want to get it going. But we'll see about putting the decapitated heads here on my Capra. So that'll be pretty fun too, to see the Capra bombing around with Evil Ash as the driver and his deadite girlfriend as the co-pilot there. So, yeah, thank you all once again for watching me ramble on and on and on. If you are a returning viewer, I much appreciate you. We've been getting so much support on the channel. I love it. I love y'all. If you're new, I really appreciate you coming and checking this out. If you're into toys and stuff, I mean, why not go a little bit further and check out some RC action? They're hobby grade toys, but still toys nonetheless, and a lot of fun. So, please, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit the dislike if you didn't really like it. That's all good. Leave a comment if you got a moment, positive or negative. I always appreciate that feedback. Hit that subscription and hit that bell. We got more content coming your way weekly. We're going to try and step it up, 2 videos a week, but no matter what, we'll always have that Saturday release for you guys. So you all stay tuned for that. And yeah, be good to yourselves, be good to others. Enjoy the time you have. And I hope to see you on the next one. So until then, peace. Okay, so just a little side note. I noticed, 1, while I was filming, I couldn't get him to stand up. And 2, when I was taking some photos, I don't know if mine is a defect or if they are supposed to be like this, but his leg there is clearly shorter than the other leg there. By quite a bit, too. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's a defect or what. If you flip him over, you can see the pocket sticking out further there than it is over here. So yeah, I don't know. I tried to pull down on it and it didn't really look like there was much of anything. Like, it didn't look like it was pushed in too far or nothing. So I don't know. Just thought that was worth bringing up. For me, it doesn't matter because he's going to go into an RC truck and his feet aren't going to be showing anyways. So I might even actually have to lop these off. We'll see. But just a funny little thing. I don't know. So yeah. Maybe leave a comment below if you have one of these as well. Was your leg shorter than the other one, or do I have a one-off? And you can even see it's not all symmetric here. It's kind of off kilter, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just an interesting one. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any info on this.